It's always difficult flying from the US to the Philippines or vice versa because of the time difference. I actually lost a day flying here yesterday, but I think the most difficult part of the whole thing is the jet lag. If I was able to sleep in the airplane, it would have been much more easier for me, but I wasn't able to sleep because I just ended up watching a lot of movies and now I'm paying for it. I tried and forced myself to sleep last night, but it was just too hard. I think I only slept about 2 hours or so. Now hearing all the roosters crow or scream, there's no point in me trying to sleep now, so I'm just gonna get up and start my day. Well, the first thing that really got my attention was that my brother's hired help was cooking this corned beef. As I was watching her cook, she sauteed some garlic and onions and then dropped in the corned beef in there. But what I noticed was that I don't think she really put any salt or pepper on it. I hope she did when I wasn't watching. Since I know I'm gonna see my parents today, I'm pretty sure my mom cooked a whole bunch of food for me to eat. So I asked my sister-in-law if I could have some green tea to soothe my stomach. Because somehow I read that green tea is really good for your belly or your digestive system. But you know what? I actually agree with it. Every time I drink green tea, it kind of soothes my stomach a little bit. So for breakfast, we're having this, which is called pandesal. It's local bread in the Philippines. It's really good. Next is spam. See, people don't really know how to eat this in the United States, but you have to fry it. That's the only way to eat this, I think.
For breakfast.
Moving on to the corned beef. I really hope she seasoned this with salt and pepper. But if not, it still looks good. Then, of course, fried egg.
Yeah.
So hindi ko pinapatay yung internet.
Yeah.
Para kumonect.
Live.
Muna na ako ha.
Sure. 16. I need to try this guava thing because we said it's supposed to open it.
Itong maliit na egg.
Para-paraho lang yun. Lalo
Mas
lang
malaki
yung
yata to.
Gusto mo ba ng mustard?
Saan ba ito kuya? Binubuksan ko ba ito?
Ganyan lang yung pit. Pati sa lang.
Bara. Okay. Lagay ko ito dito.
Trans fat.
Lagay ko siya dyan.
Si Trixie.
4?
4 ng hapon.
5?
Kung 4 ng hapon, 8 hours. Tama ba? Nalilito na nga ako nito.
You're funny.
It's been a while since I've had pandesal. It still tastes like it used to, soft and sweet, but adding the spam and the corned beef with the butter, it makes it a little bit salty, so it balances the flavor. And the egg is just an added bonus.
Hindi pa ako nakabili sa
Mustard.
Pili nuts. After finishing my sandwich, my sister-in-law handed me this. It's sort of like a pastry, but it's made out of pili nuts, I think. Well, my brother says it's pili balls. They said that I should try this because according to them, they said it's really good.
December, di ba may card? Tapos si Santa nakalagay doon.
Oo, si Christmas Claus.
So, lalagay daw niya sana, Santa's balls.
Thank you.
It looks like it's baked because it's kind of hard on the outside, but it's still a little bit soft though. And I also noticed that there's a slight coating on top of it, which is, I think, is brown sugar. I'm not sure, but it looks like it's gonna be sweet.
Ay, oo nga pala. Sabi niya, hinigpitan na.
Actually, it touches here.
Hinigpitan niya si...
Yep, it is sweet and kind of nutty at the same time. I really like it, especially the texture. It's crunchy on the outside and it's soft on the inside. I just wish that they could have made this a little bit bigger, but I could always eat the whole box. After breakfast, now it's time to see my parents. It's gonna take about an hour or so to get there, and we're gonna have lunch there because I know my mom prepared a whole bunch of food. I filmed this because it amazes me that every time we get gas in the Philippines, there's always somebody there that does it for you. In the US, I know they used to do this in the 50s, but they're still doing it here in the Philippines. I don't know, it's just kind of different when you see it, you know?
Unleaded. With card.
Hindi na.
Hindi na daw yun.
Papuntang Batangas going down to
Yeah.
baba mo.
So we finally made it here to my parents' house. And I was greeted right away by my parents' hired help. Her name is Inday. She's been working for my parents for so long that she's actually part of the family now. And next is my mom. She still looks the same.
Bakit? Saan pumasok?
May clinic.
Papo kasi
And of course, my dad. He was kind of feeling under the weather, but I know he's happy to see me.
Hey, boy.
So my parents has 2 dogs and a rooster. Yes, a rooster. They actually treat him as a pet, which is kind of funny.
Good boy. Yeah, good boy. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. Skip, come here.
Ako naman. Para mapapagod kayong dalawa. Yan na. Dun. Sige, go. Go get your ball. Get your ball. Dito, dito. Oh. Naunahan niya. Grabing energy niyan.
Come on.
After I finished playing with the dogs and the rooster, I decided to go inside and see what we're gonna eat for lunch, because I'm a little bit hungry.
Sitaw, string bean.
Right here is string beans that is sauteed in garlic and onions. Maybe she has a little bit of vinegar there too.
Yeah.
The next one is this. This is called sikad, which is a type of snail. I normally eat the snail called kohol, which is same as the one in France, escargot. The difference between the kohol and this is that this one has kind of like a claw inside that you have to remove before you eat it. I'll show you later. This one is called adobong pusit. It's squid that's cooked in its own ink, I think. I also think they also put vinegar or soy sauce in it. and some onions. This is actually one of my favorite Filipino dishes that I requested my mom to make for me. This here is the shrimp that I try to recreate myself, which doesn't turn out exactly like my mom's cooking. It's because I'm missing a lot of ingredients that I'll ask my mom right now for. And the last one is fried fish, which I have no idea what kind of fish it is. I should have asked my mom what it is.
Vinegar.
Somehow every Filipino meal is always good with this. It's called burong mangga, which is basically pickled mangoes. It's sour, salty, and since my mom put some chili in there, it's a little bit spicy too. Oh, and my mom wanted me to try her miso soup, so Inday brought me a bowl for me to try.
Kailangan nila ito eh.
For one brand lang naman, for Visa lang. So, easy to tip mo, MBA is okay. Hindi masyado siyang favorite itong
Ano to? Parang wala kayong space na nilagay?
Kulang. Wala kasing tofu. Hindi kami nakukuha
Yeah.
ng tofu.
Saka yung ano?
Onion.
maayos mo ang personality.
Saka yung tawag doon?
Hindi niya ma-delegate properly yung...
Ano tawag doon?
Lips.
No,
So,
seaweed.
Ay, wala tayong seaweed. Liver.
Now it's time for me to start.
Ayan ang fish mo.
The first thing I decided to go for was the squid.
ito si Janet, duty naman siya sa Singapore.
Okay.
All the way until hanggang January.
Tingnan ko muna si Peter.
Si Janet dito siya. Paano ko siya pumunta rin doon? Siyempre naman, kawawa.
Squid.
Paano naman mag-apply doon?
Oh yeah? Kaya ito one bite?
Tingnan ba?
Oh, it's so good. Well, this dish is good with rice. The squid is perfectly cooked. It's soft. It's not chewy. Although I prefer it to be chewy, but I'm just weird that way. But it's actually better soft and kind of melts in your mouth. But the ink, the onions, and the vinegar that's in there, maybe a little bit of soy sauce, it's just hard not to like this dish. That's why it's one of my favorites. Now for the snails.
Lapis na siya.
May coat siya ng ano.
Tayong dalawa na lang, oh no.
Ayan yung supod.
Paano ba to?
May toothpick.
Tuturuan kayo ni Mang Gigi. Masarap
Yeah.
daw ang pusit pa.
Pakita mo dun sa
Okay na ba?
Nandito po. You put it there. Kuha na?
Yeah.
Yan.
Oh, wow.
Tapos, meron niyang kukunin
Tapos
sa-
you hold the end.
Hold the yung end niya.
Oh, wow.
After my mom showed me how to do it, now it's my turn.
Ito po ito sa iyo, Peter. Para meron kayo dyan sa tabi.
Wow.
You have to hold. Hindi pwedeng din tayo na kaliwetin.
Yeah.
Yan. Mas masarap yan sa kohol.
This is what I was talking about earlier. You have to remove this part because it's pretty sharp. It's like a claw that they have to protect themselves, but it's not gonna help them right now.
Kumain ka na alauna na dahil.
Hindi ko muna ginamit, Papa. Hindi nga ako dala ng relo sa Malaysia. Didn't wear anything. Ayoko.
Let me do that again.
Ang daming tatanggalin mo yung belt mo, relo mo, sapatos mo.
Tinatanggal lahat eh.
Tinatanggal lahat.
This is sweeter than the kohol that I usually eat. The sauce is kind of different too, but they're both cooked in coconut oil. And the texture is quite the same. They're kind of chewy, which I really like. If you're gonna make me pick between kohol and this, I think I would still pick kohol, but they're pretty close. Now I'm gonna go for the string beans. I really need some vegetables in my diet.
Titignan sa passport.
Ito naman Janet eh.
Depende kung anong passport ginagamit mo siguro.
While I was putting back the vegetables, I noticed that I missed one dish that I didn't see.
For the passport, Papa. Kasi ang pila is foreign passport
Oh, wow.
or Philippine passport.
Oh my god.
So good. Oh, it's hard. That's Lola's specialty. Lola.
Yes. I was really focused on this food. I didn't really get what my dad was asking me. Saan pa?
Immigration. Foreign passport ka
Marami
pumunta.
yan anak.
Yes, for, ano to?
Yung special line.
Liver. Ito ba yung liver, ma? Just liver.
Naka ano ka pa ba pa? Higa? Nakahiza ka?
Oo, liver.
Liver.
Ilang times?
Heart.
Yeah, heart.
Hiza ba or may pork?
Ito po.
Of pork. And then pork fat.
Nepras.
Gusto ko try heart. I'm gonna try the heart first.
Mamaya.
Pwede naman balik ta rin to.
Heart.
Para kunya.
Anong heart to?
Bubuksan.
Puso ng baka.
Yan.
Cow?
Cow.
Oh, good. Cow's heart.
Ayaw niya ng pressure siya.
Tama. Ito ka pa ni Donald. This is Paul. May toothpick pa.
Liver. How do I describe the liver and the heart? The liver breaks apart where it's kind of like chalky, but the heart is a little bit solid when you bite on it. There's a little crunch to it, but I like the liver better, to be honest, because the heart doesn't even really taste anything. The liver has like an irony taste to it, which I didn't really like before, but since I've eaten liver before, I got used to it and I like it. I would pick the liver than the heart.
Yung grandfather's clock nila.
Combined with this and some rice, it's the best way to eat this. But I think the liver, I can probably eat that by itself. Since the string beans is a little sour because of the vinegar in it, it blends well because the heart and the liver has this sauce. It's kind of sweet, so it's kind of like a sweet and sour dish. Pork fat. Oh yeah, I forgot. The heart and the liver, it also has pork in it.
Harap yung sa ano. Sarap.
Yeah.
Output ni Grant.
Shrimp head.
Na-video ko kay Ma'am ni Pedro.
Come. Oh my god. Best shrimp ever. You can eat the shrimp by itself because of its sauce, but the way I eat it, I always dip it with vinegar and garlic. For me, I think that is the best way to eat this, and also with rice. Fish.
Mas gusto ko pa nito. Yan, kunin mo yung nasa gitna dito kasi nandyan yung itlog.
Oh my gosh. Shrimp egg.
No, fish egg.
Oh, fish egg. Pwede ko kunin, ma?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Fish egg. First of all, that fish egg looks like some sort of animal brain, but the texture is almost like the yolk of a boiled egg. It's kind of chalky, but it's creamy at the same time. I don't know, it doesn't taste fishy at all. Definitely the yolk egg is a lot better. This is different. I'm not sure where to place it. It's not salty, it's not sweet. I think without the vinegar, this will just taste bland. It doesn't taste like anything. This is what you call mango.
Pickled mango.
Yeah, spicy pickled mango.
Halika, dito ka, Day. Hindi, halika. Dito, Day. Kasi mo itong plato ni Sir Paul mo. Dito ka umupo.
Gusto ka rin itong fish.
Pinahan ni Kuya kasi yung kalahati. Ito nang buko
Okay lang.
sa'yo.
Hindi, karahat.
Hindi namin pinapansin ang kuhol sa dito. Mas masarap.
Bakit?
Mas masarap to. Ito sa kahol. Sir Carlos nga dati for me.
As I was finishing up my meal, my mom brought this out for me. It's a bunch of small fish that they fried together and flattened it out.
Ano to? Dilis? Small fish?
Tabios ang tawag dito. Dito
Ah.
dulong. Dulong.
Mag-isa sa restaurant dahil yung mga tao nakatingin lahat sa akin. Ano yung ginagawa itong tao to?
Sarap.
It's crunchy and a bit salty. It's almost like a potato chip with a fish taste to it.
Yan sa pito.
Oh?
Yeah, butter, ano lang,
Pure
water.
fish?
After finished eating, I spent some time to talk to my parents, kind of relaxed a bit, and after that we went back to my brother's house later that night. But I was so jet lagged that I wasn't able to film the dinner that my brother's wife prepared for us. I just wanted to go to bed because the next day we have to wake up at 4 in the morning to catch a plane and go to this place.